Here with my man Ty Kelly from Ajax Construction down in Atlanta. Go to Atlanta, Georgia. Been at the show here a little bit. You're having some meetings. Like, what are you hearing from people as you're roaming around having conversations, man?
It's been great. I love coming to these things. It's such a small world in the storage industry and connecting with new faces, new people, familiar faces, and trying to just meet new people, honestly, in the industry and try to give them the value we have at Ajax and in our sister company, Space Job Self Storage. Try to bring as much value as we can while we're here.
So tell me, because you and I have spoken outside the conference, obviously, and one of the things that blew me away is you said, hey, Chris, we think we can do deals in Florida at 75, 80 bucks a square foot. Is that a real, I mean, it was such a, I was like, wait, what? You're like, no, that's a real number. So just talk to us. What are you seeing in construction right now as far as costs? What's going up? What's not? What's happening?
I think things right now seem to be, I think construction costs, since a year ago, definitely come down and stayed down. And, we're seeing, there's all the threats of tariffs and things, but things seems to be just kind of a threat. Things really haven't really hit too hard right now. But, trying to think, it seems a lot of the team right now, so it has been a little quiet around here. It's not, that's as busy as it normally is at the SSA shows. I don't know what's causing that, but I know, obviously my perspective, I'm always looking up and always thinking things are going to get better. So I think they will get better from my perspective and some of the conversations I've had.
Well, I think what's fascinating is you got to wonder, is part of it, you got ISS in a couple weeks in Vegas. This is in San Antonio, the middle of the country, where some people are thinking, hey, I'll just head out to ISS. Or part of it might just be the market. I mean, it's hard to make things pencil right now in development. So as you've been having some one-on-one meetings, any kind of insight into that or thoughts?
No, I think you're right. I think with ISS here in a few weeks and, being in the middle of Texas right now and then the show in Orlando a few weeks ago, I think that one seemed pretty hot and heavy and a lot of people were there. And so I think, I know from a couple of people back home and it's spring break right now. So I think a lot of, spring break and some of the flight issues. I know I had a couple meetings yesterday that got postponed just due to the, things going on right now. And I think that might have been a little bit, but, and right now there is, you just never know, a little uncertainty with some things in the market and with interest rates still. And it's just, I think that might be causing a little bit of a slowdown.
Yeah.
A little hesitant, kind of holding back a little bit.
So I know you guys do some 3 p.m. You mentioned your sister company. I mean, I don't know how much you monitor that, if at all, but if you are, do you see much growth happening right now? How are your occupancy rates? Are you guys raising rates? Are they going down?
I'm not too in the weeds on that side of it yet. I'm trying to just kind of start entering the 3 p.m. world, but I do know one of the big themes of this conference is the public storage transaction with NSA. That's probably been the biggest theme of the conversation I've seen and around different meetings. I've heard a lot of people talking about that, and definitely interesting. It's always something big always happens right before these shows. Somebody either made a big change or something, so it's always something like that happens.
What are they saying to you about the big acquisition? I mean, it was $10 billion deal, obviously a lot more consolidation in the business. What are people saying to you about it?
No, I think, what's funny is a lot of people really weren't that surprised by it. I think it was a smart move from most people's perspective, and I think, I think it's exciting. We were talking about that earlier. It's exciting, storage, you have so many different REITs, it's just very unique compared to other market sectors, and I think having people like that, it's always exciting to see big transactions happen.
Yeah, I think it's going to open up some different markets, and
for sure,
be interesting how it impacts your guys 3 p.m. as well. So, anything else you want to add or share, my friend?
No, I think that's awesome. I appreciate you taking the time to stop by at Ajax booth, and if we can ever help, please reach out to me or my director of operations, Cody Miller.
Thank you, bro. Yeah. We got to talk some sports at some point too. I'm going to grab your mic, see if I can bounce over here to some other places, and appreciate you, bro. See you soon.
Thank you.
So they're tearing down. It's like 2:30. They're already sort of tearing down here at the SSA in San Antonio. There's a few more events happening, but I think what's been most interesting is it's just been kind of quiet. Like I walked in today. Normally you walk into the conference room and it's a buzz, and it wasn't a buzz today. And I think part of that might be ISS. He mentioned spring break as well. There's definitely a lot of people that have talked about, man, my kids are in spring break. It's hard to be here. And so there's been that challenge too. But for the most part, a lot of good conversations. And he mentioned you've got the public storage situation going on, which is going to create a lot of... There's my man's from Radius. The Prop Rise boys. And this, I won't even tell you about the table and chairs, but
We paid an arm and a leg. Premium stuff there.
all right, we'll have more from the SSA in San Antonio. Hopefully, I have some more conversations for you as well. But we're going to sign off as they're wrapping up here. I'm going to head to some more events. We'll give you a full roundup in the next day or so, or early next week. Thanks for joining us here.